Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 35 of
Wow.
Turn Pro. I'm Mo Strummel in Nashville, Tennessee.
I'm Jason Winfield in Lamont, PA. So this week we have Molloy Montgomery with us. Where are you at, Molloy?
I'm in Nashville, Tennessee.
Awesome. So I'm outnumbered this week. Sorry to
You are.
folks from
You are. I recruited Molloy. We met up at Dee's Country Cocktail Lounge up in Madison, right outside of town, and he knocked me out that night when he was playing up there at the Songwriter Showdown. So invited him to be on the show. So it's great to have you here, Molloy.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. We don't want to wait too long. Everybody's itching to hear some music. So I think we're going to ask you to go ahead and start out. You can tell us what you're going to play and give us a song.
All right. I'll give it one more night, but I've been set on leaving. All my bags are packed, I've sold off most of my stuff. Guess I've been hedging all my hopes that I might find American gold. Truth be told, I'm not expecting any luck. And why would I? This whole year's been hard, and they don't care up on the hill. When Mom got sick, we bought the plot right next to Dad in Ridgeland Hill. All my friends disappeared, don't think they're all still living here. But we all understand, 'cause sometimes plans fall slave to circumstance. But every train has left the yard, the devil's dancing on the rails. I hear her whispering a drifter's lullaby. And every night I go to sail, the ocean storming in my mind. Too numb to sleep, too experienced to cry. So by the morning light, I'ma leave this town behind. Leave this old world behind. And still I feel this place, buried somewhere in my youth. It's just barely there beneath the blanket snow of every little truth. So I get the need to run through every gulch and canyon road, find that feeling in my soul. And when I do, don't let it go. But every train has left the yard, the devil's dancing on the rails. I hear her whispering a drifter's lullaby. And every night I go to sail, the ocean storming in my mind. Too numb to sleep, too experienced to cry. So by the morning light, I'ma leave this town behind. Leave this whole world behind. Leave this town behind.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, that's why I asked him to come
I
on the show.
totally get it. I totally get it. Totally get it. That is takes you on a journey. That was interesting trip.
That
Thank
one's
you.
the lyrics. I changed the lyrics today for that song. I changed them all week.
Well, they're never really done, are they?
Yeah.
No, they're
I
never
mean,
done.
yeah, until you can, even after you record them, they're not done. They change every night you play them.
Yeah.
So that's the good part. So, but the funny thing is, see, that song was a little bit sad. You know, I mean, it's a little bit sad. And Molloy accused me the first night we met of just playing sad songs. So I'm throwing that back at you today.
Well, that's
Molloy.
why I
Sorry.
wanted to meet you, Mo. I was like, hey, that was a sad song, man.
That was
Oh,
a
yeah, I was
great.
going through a sad night. So
Yeah.
There's some great melancholy in that and hope at the same time as you walked us through that little tidbit of your life. That was really,
yeah,
I mean,
very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Just a little business here. Our guests receive a gift certificate from Belcourt Taps. So Molloy will be receiving one. He's here in Nashville, so he'll be able to use that sucker right off the bat. Not all of our guests can use them right away because they can't necessarily come to Nashville yet, but I'm sure he'll be down there using that gift certificate at some point here. So thanks to Rose and the folks at Belcourt Taps for that. They do a lot of songwriter rounds down there, so she's very supportive of local music, and it's very, very, very cool. So let me ask you. I know that one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was you noted in your questionnaire that you filled out that you were with a part of the band and project. Brian Revels and the Heat Lightning, right? That's right. I got it right. Yeah. So for those of you who've never heard any of this music, it's really good. It's just really good. I can't say enough about it. What was your role in the band? What was your part?
There's been a lot of people come through that band playing. It's a kind of a Brian put it together in Atlanta. We were working at a place called Eddie's Attic down there together, and I've actually known him since high school. But we were working together, and he was a little bit further along the songwriter journey than I was, and he was playing shows at Eddie's, and he kind of pulled me into this project. He was playing with a group called City Mouse, and they were touring around, and then his new project was the Heat Lightning, and it took him a couple of years to get together. I played a lot of lead guitar on that record and with that group, and that's basically been my role. He's one of my favorite songwriters, you know.
The songs are fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. And you just mentioned we were talking earlier, and you mentioned that he's in Alaska now, so he's pretty far away.
And I put the vinyl record back here behind me.
There you go.
Those are recently out.
That's good. Well, I've also got a picture I'm going to share, not to embarrass you or anything, but I think you look pretty snazzy there, buddy. You got the flow going.
Yeah.
A little bit of beard going on. Yeah, this is a great picture. I did want to note in the picture the commercially printed sign down in the lower right-hand corner about the house being under surveillance. So I thought that was kind of cool.
I don't know if it actually was at all. They moved that studio to a church recently. It's called Standard Electric Studios in Atlanta. It's a great place.
Wow, nice.
Damon Moon runs it. It's a cool spot.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I wanted to share that with everybody because I thought it was a great band picture and very cool. So what do you got next for us?
I've got a song about leaving next.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're all sad, Mo.
Oh, man.
It's called XO and Goodbye. So we're just right
Great
in.
title. All
Ready?
right.
Good title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was sitting at home, I was counting to 6 with the weight of your words on my mind. I was holding the note you left pinned to the fridge while I slept in the depth of the night. You said I'm headed out west, driving straight from Atlanta. I gotta leave this old life far behind, 'cause the nights have been long and my thoughts just won't rest. I met a man in Montana online, and I need to feel the wind dance in my back, stretch my arms out and reach for the sun. Just for once in my life, I want to wake up and find that I don't need to pack up and run. Take now every morning, though it's so hard to go. You know, if I don't, I might always be wondering why. So that's why XO and goodbye. Couple months of no sleep, then the seasons repeat. Took a walk in a cool evening breeze, and while the wind rippled by, it stirred the past down inside, and your words seemed to creep up behind me. This whole town has gone south. I think it's bad for my health. Need the prairie to sing me to sleep. And you spoke of a place I could slow down the pace, fight regrets, and go hunting down dreams. And I need to feel the wind dance in my back, stretch my arms out and reach for the sun. Just for once in my life, I want to wake up and find that I don't need to pack up and run. Taste the sweet mountain air in the morning, ride the range under October sky. Though it's so hard to go, I know if I don't, I might always be wondering why. Now I understand why. XO and goodbye. XO and goodbye.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. That's I saw the title and I wasn't sure how that was going to work, but man, oh man,
Yeah.
it works. That's
Thank you,
really
Mo.
good.
That's one of the first ones I wrote in Nashville, just sitting in my little apartment in Inglewood, and yeah, you know how you look back on some of the first ones you've done and wish that you'd made some differences, but it's that one's grown on me as time's gone along, you know.
Yeah, we talk about that sometimes on here about how you write a song and first of all you write it and then you learn to play it because you write it. It's kind of the writing process isn't sometimes very smooth. So it's not, it's, the song starts out a little choppy, but then as you grow into it, like you just said, you actually learn how to play it, and it takes on a tone or I don't know what the word would be.
The song starts to mature.
Yeah.
As a living being that a song is, and how it matures with you, and that relationship that you have with whatever that impetus was that caused the song to be created, and where that works for you. Eventually, that the important thing about a good song is that bit of emotional tie and the vulnerability that the songwriter has with whatever that topic is. And so as you become more comfortable addressing that, I love how that process manifests within you and allows it to become, it goes from a toddler and it goes into the play stages as you're messing with it. And then all of a sudden you see it hit post adolescence and you feel like, oh, wow, it kind of became something.
Yeah.
And
it's really weird. You can like, you write the song and then like you said, as it matures, it can teach you lessons as well. It's surprising.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's but you never have to pay for college for it. So there is an upside in the long run, right? So
Yeah.
so maybe I don't know.
Spoken like a parent of adult children. That's it.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, I want to mention the places, there's venues are struggling right now, and we want to make sure that people know that there's places you can help out venues right now. The Save Our Stages is a national organization, the National Independent Venue Association, and Drive the Music is Nashville oriented. It's venues here in Nashville. But there's merchandise and you can make donations and stuff to keep venues going so that when this is all over, we have places to play eventually. And it looks like, we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's just a really long tunnel that we're about to go into.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully we'll come out the other side and these venues will survive. So we just wanted to mention that out there.
Yep.
In case you're wondering, you are watching The Weird Turn Pro here on Facebook and YouTube. And our guest today is Molloy Montgomery out of Nashville, who I met at a songwriter showdown here. I think we should just play another one. I'm like sitting here. This is like right now. This is the way I like my Thursdays to be, where I can kind of sit back and let the artist.
All right. Well,
sort of take the show. So
I've been messing around with the harmonica a little bit. So
all right,
I'm gonna try it on this one.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
So if I miss a chord, don't.
I think we'll let it slide. I won't even know.
The best part is we've never heard this before. So
this one, I went and recorded it at the bomb shelter in Nashville. I wanted to do it all to tape because that was a dream of mine.
Oh wow!
And so I did that, and it was a great experience. So this one's on Spotify.
Okay.
This is the only one I have down right now.
It's cool.
Called Abilene, and it is.
I've heard this one.
It's another kind of leaving song. For the same sort of reason, actually. All right. Here it goes. There's a hard rain waiting to fall on me at the other side of every door. Call it sadness, call it bitterness, call it greed. And I used to say I'ma ditch this place and get southbound to New Orleans, but each year it seems harder to leave. There's something in the air tonight that makes me wanna choke. Old memories could feel like demons crawling in the back of my throat. Not one good reason to stay, but somehow I still can't seem to go. They'll probably bury me with my dreams in Abilene. Right here in Abilene. Well, Mama warned me not to chuck rocks and bottles up at the sky, 'cause when it falls you can't complain and you better not cry. But now Mama's gone and her baritone it seemed to fade off in the haze. Oh, and I still sit and bitch at decisions I make. Now there's something in the air tonight that makes me wanna choke. Old memories could feel like demons crawling in the back of my throat. Not one good reason to stay, but somehow I still can't seem to go. They'll probably bury me with my dreams in Abilene. Right here in Abilene. there's something in the air tonight that makes me want to choke. Old memories could feel like demons crawling in the back of my throat. Not one good reason to stay, but somehow I still can't seem to go. They'll probably bury me with my dreams in Abilene. Right here in Abilene. Right here in Abilene. Right here. Abilene.
There we go.
Nice. Bury me right here with my dreams in Abilene.
Yeah, nice, right?
That is a
Thank you.
nice line.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that. That's you played that the first night we were there, so that I was there when you were there. So, and that song blew me away for sure.
Oh, thanks,
No
man.
doubt about it. Yeah.
That is-
Hey, first I want to let everybody know that next week we are doing a Christmas show, and Michael Saletta will be rejoining us for the Christmas show. And they'll be all original. Will they be all original Christmas songs?
They should be.
Okay.
They should be.
Jason's working on a new one, so we're hoping that they'll all be original Christmas songs next week. And our alum Michael Saletta will be joining us from Australia, from down under, where, by the way, they seem to have gotten things much better under control down there.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. That has
Yeah,
been a
yeah.
wonderful reports from
speaking of which, the news that just came across is that was it the FDA or was it the commission? They've approved the emergency use of the vaccine. So
excellent.
hopefully this will be rolling out, and we can all sit together and do this. It'll be beautiful. So it'll be a lot of fun. All right.
Start making those plans with Rose.
Yes, exactly. So what we're going to do now, though, is we are going to challenge Molloy to a little game that we like to call My Hometown. For those of you that may not have watched the show before, we play a game with our guests, and they have a chance to win a lovely prize, which is the official Stay Weird Turn Pro mug, which Jason has stuff in it, so you can probably see it better than mine. But
Maybe.
has our logo on it, has the Stay Weird Turn Pro saying on it. So if you win, that's what you'll get. We'll send you one of those.
And then you become an official weirdo.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
man.
become a weirdo. So
Can't wait.
the way we do this is before the show, our guests fill out a questionnaire, and one of the questions is, what hometown are you from? We know that Molloy has traveled around a lot in his life, as we've already learned through a couple songs, but he listed Athens, Georgia. So we're going to go with Athens, Georgia as his hometown. The trick is we will ask you 3 questions. You have to respond to 2 correctly. Okay. If you answer 2 correctly, you win the lovely mug, right? Jason will keep score. He's got plenty of fingers for this, so he can keep track. And he's had a lot of practice at it. So are you ready, Molloy, for your Athens, Georgia, my hometown
I am
game?
ready.
Okay. So your first question, are you ready? What major state university is located in Athens, Georgia?
University of Georgia.
That is correct. That would be the major state university. So he's got one right. By the way, they also have Athens Technical College, Augusta University, Piedmont College, and the Athens College of Ministry are also all there. But you are correct. That's the major state university. So how's he doing, Jason?
We have one.
We have one.
And,
Okay.
and that should, if that's a question, we might as well just give him 2.
No, that's not how we're going to do this. All right. So here's the next one is a musical question for you. So which of the following bands is associated with Athens, Georgia? Is it A, Lynyrd Skynyrd, B, Drive-By Truckers, C, Turnpike Troubadours?
Ooh, I thought you were gonna go a different direction. It's Drive-By Truckers.
That is correct. Drive-by truckers out of Athens, Georgia. Leonard Skinner out of Jacksonville, Florida, and Turnpike Troubadours out of Oklahoma. You know what city, Jason? I don't know that I know the city. It's not Bossier, right? Okay.
Okama is
All right.
where the
All
songwriter.
right. So Turnpike Troop. So how's he doing, Jason? What's he at?
We have 2.
Oh, so he has won the mug.
He
but
has
now,
one. You become.
but
If
now
you
you
can make
are
it through this one.
Yeah,
you will
and
become
you
one
are
of the
actually
number.
competing. How many are there so far?
This is the one that people struggle with, huh? The
Well,
third one.
no, this one's an interesting question, but only 5 people have ever gotten all 3 right. So this will put you in the elite, and 4 of those were women.
Females, yes.
Yeah. So you're kind of battling for your gender here too. So all right.
Let's stop with the gender wars. They're better.
Yeah. All right. So here you go. This is a simple one. It's only a true or false question. So you got a 50-50 chance.
Oh man.
It is illegal to hoot loudly after 11 p.m. on weeknights in Athens, Georgia.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say true because they will arrest you for anything down there.
According to the Ultimate Weird But True 2 by National Geographic Kids, it is true. So that's my source. If anybody wants to fight me on this, that's my source.
We now have 6.
We now have 6.
Perfect
He is the
scores.
6th. So we will be sending you this lovely mug as a result of your win here.
Cheers
right.
to Ramblin' Molloy Montgomery.
Let's go.
There you go. I'm going to take a turn because that's what we do here, to give you a chance to get off screen for just 3 or 4 minutes and tune or take a sip of. Speaking of which, Jason, what were you drinking there? What did you tell us earlier that was?
I have it's a cranberry seltzer with some Old Forester in it.
Old Forester. All right. Jason's been doing a lot of liquor lately. I've got a Black Abbey Chronicles. It's my last one in the fridge right now. Although I believe they texted me back today and said that they have some more 6-packs down there. So if anybody is looking for some Black Abbey Chronicles, it's a fest beer. It's pretty good. Are you drinking anything there, Molloy?
Yeah. I'm drinking a Athens, Georgia staple.
Oh, there you go.
PBR.
PBR. All right. Excellent. It's very good.
Coronavirus times.
Well done. All right. So I'm gonna play a little tune. I always leave everybody hanging when I do this, so I'm gonna do this first and let everybody get off screen so I don't forget. And I'll mute. You can mute yourself there, Jason, for me. So this song, I'm actually going to go against the grain, Molloy, and I'm going to do an upbeat. I wouldn't say it's happy. It's a little happy, but it's based on a true event, and it's kind of fun. And it's also, as I like to say, my biggest seller. I think I may have made $8 and 4/100,000th of a cent by now. But you can find this anywhere. Molloy's on Spotify with Abilene. I'm on Spotify with a bunch of stuff, and also all the other digital platforms. So this is called What a Man Wants. Oh, let me put my headphones on because maybe I should listen to myself so I don't go off key. All right, here we go. I was sitting on a stool in a Roanoke bar. I was trying to mind my own. Talking to the guy sitting next to me, I was telling him about my home. When a blue-eyed blonde pushed in between us, and she pulled a stunt. And she looked at me and said, "What do men want?" And I said, "Cold beer, comfortable shoes, thick juicy steak. Go fast, turn left, good spot at the lake." Well, you can talk about it, you can analyze it, but what a man wants is a woman who knows just what he wants. Well, I know I should have been more polite, but I just couldn't help myself. So she flipped her hair and she wandered off to ask somebody else. Sooner or later she was back at the bar, and I knew she was in the hunt, 'cause she cornered a guy and said, "What do men want?" And And I yelled, shot a jack, Stetson hat, good power tools, a riding mower, snow blower, and in-ground pool. Well, you can talk about it, you can analyze it, but what a man wants is a woman who knows just what he wants. Why she ever brought it up, I don't know. Think that sooner or later she'd let it go. Well, I couldn't see her anywhere as I looked around the room. So I made my move and I headed for the door, but I guess I left a little too soon. She was standing by the door looking mighty bored as she shoved me in the telephone booth. And then she opened the door and said, tell me the truth. And I said, a perfect game, the Super Bowl I picture with the Stanley Cup. Tattoos, cowboy boots, good hunting pup. Well, you can talk about it, you can analyze it, but what a man wants is a woman who knows just what he wants. And I said, a power boat, a leather coat, a Martin guitar, a snowmobile, a good fly reel, a muscle car. Well, you can talk about it, you can analyze it, but what a man wants is a woman who knows just what he wants. Yeah, a guy wants a woman who knows what he wants. All right. Jason.
Riding mower, snowblower. Did you say
I said a snowblower. I wasn't in Tennessee when I wrote that. I was up a little north.
Sorry, guys.
Were you putting skates on?
Yes, I was putting skates on.
Okay.
I've got a goalie tonight, so here he is.
There he is.
Oh.
All right, Jonah, go stop some pucks.
What were you doing? Tying them up?
Yeah, getting the skates tied up.
I never could do that either when I was younger. Not tight enough.
All right, so we're going back to you here, Molloy. It's your turn again. Hope you got a little break there.
I'm going to follow your lead and do one that's not sad then. How about that?
Oh, let's do it.
Sweet.
Yes.
This one's kind of sappy. This one I don't play much, so this one I'm still learning and feeling through, but it's a strong backbone, and I like this one a lot.
Good.
My cousin Bridget really likes it, and I think she's watching this, so I want to play it. I want to play it tonight for you guys.
Maybe she'll comment for us. Yep.
Breath to the Cold. I've been cheated, broken down with the coffers depleted. Walked out on the lonely road where no one remembers a face. I've seen hard luck. I've been cussed out, shot down and locked up. I've spent nights with no one to hold and heard the devil's pitch to peddle my soul. And once upon the coldest night, I swore off a love, let only sadness remain. 1 foot on icy ground, stepping the other deep down in my grave. Then you came to lighten my load. When life got me low, took that world off my shoulders and turned it to gold. Singing true as the thunder when I cried out for rain. You showed me life I didn't know. Just like breath to the cold. just like breath to the cold, and just like sunlight takes the darkness right off of the dust. You walked right into my life and cut out the hurt and the rust. Oh, and I drew a hard line. Oh, but you threw me off like a bright light. We're drilling holes in our souls and hidden depths I didn't know. We didn't know we could go anymore. A shadow fell upon the empty place. I still searched around for a true lover's grace. A careless match, you lit the black, and all that you're doing is fueling that blaze. And you came to lighten my load. When life got me low, you took that world off my shoulders and turned it to gold, ringing true as the thunder when I cried out for rain. You showed me life I didn't know, just like breath to the cold, and sure as the sun would rise in the east, you can count on me. You came to lighten my load. When life got me low, took that world off my shoulders and turned it to gold, ringing true as the thunder when I cried out for rain. Show me life I didn't know, just like breath to the cold. You're just like breath to the cold.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that.
man,
You
definitely.
definitely paint a picture.
Thanks.
I got to tell you that you lay out some beautiful visuals. Your comparisons are dead on, and you really set your emotions in a wonderfully visual pattern as you move along. I think that's a very special skill set you have.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I read when I first was well, I was lucky, like I said earlier. I worked for a handful of years at Eddie's Attic in Atlanta,
Okay.
and a long line of musicians have worked there, and I got to see a lot of shows every night, sometimes 2 or 3, and learn from those people. And I read a book in those days called Writing Better Lyrics by Pat Pattison, a teacher at Berkeley.
Yep.
And that book meant a lot to me, and that's how I started really getting into writing. Before I wasn't into writing, you know. But
Cool.
some people I think writing can be intimidating because I mean you can write a song like the one I just played, which really, there's nothing that emotional in it, from me. But the really good songs you write, there's a little piece of you in it. And I think a lot of people, I mean, it takes a lot of guts to put that little piece in those songs, because you're not going to, with any luck, you're not playing them in your living room the rest of your life. Somebody's going to listen to them. And so you're basically laying a piece of yourself out there for people to hear about. And I think that for a lot of people, that's very intimidating, and it's not something they necessarily want to do. So,
Right.
But once you start doing it, it's a different, it's a different kind of exercise for you.
It's
It's the
interesting
way
you
to
say that because I was in my 20s. I always felt like honesty in songwriting was the thing that was easy to grab onto, but I think it's more what you're saying. It's more vulnerability. The honesty can be, you can bend that, but the vulnerability you can't really.
Yeah,
that's a good line. That's
Yeah.
a really good
you
line.
can bend the honesty. Yeah, that's that the ability to tell the story. And Mo will say that there's not a lot about him in the song that he just played. However, he lived that moment, so it is him. It may not be like a heartfelt something. It's a witty observance of something that went
True.
on.
True.
Um,
Yeah.
but which is why the song is good and why it plays out, as well as what I'm gathering from you. I'm learning a whole lot about you, and we have not spoken a lot in this show, Molloy. I from the bit of conversation we had as we were sound checking to now, I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of who you are, and that is an accomplishment because most of what you've done has been sing, and that honesty that you talk about stretching, even if you're stretching it, you have a wonderful way of saying goodbye in what you write.
Oh,
And knowing that you spent a good part of, we touched on it when we were talking about your hometown, and knowing that you've spent a lot of time moving in your early life, and as a musician, it shows, and as an observer, it's you have a way of working yourself through that.
yeah.
And it's very touching.
Yeah. And I think, when we talk about a place like D's where you can go and play, and it's actually, you can bare your soul in D's, and you're not really gonna, it's pretty safe to do it there. I mean,
Yeah,
people
it
are
is.
pretty nice there. They're genuinely interested in what you have to say. And but Jason and I played together at a place where some nights it's not that nice to not the place itself, but some of the people didn't really get it, so it's a little bit different. But you deal with that, and like I said, this is one of the reasons I wanted you to come on, because I think your songs
They're
it's a
great.
piece of you. Yeah,
They're
it's
great.
really good.
I mean,
I want to remind everybody that we have the tip jar up there for you, so there's your Venmo.
yep.
And if you like what you're hearing tonight, you should send something on over to Molloy.
In the tip jar.
It's a way for us to to say thank you back to the artists. So hopefully you'll consider doing that.
So I just want to ask,
Mhm.
you said that you spent a good part of the early part of playing not really wanting to thinking about writing. What actually inspired that choice to then begin putting your thoughts and yourself in your music and
Well,
making it yours?
I started music I was exposed to music younger. I did band in middle school for 2 years and uh was the typical person that took 3 piano lessons and then that was it. And then I got into sports in high school and so I started music kind of late in my life. Living in Athens was an introduction to that for me. And I was more into Jimi Hendrix and you know, guitar rock gods and I wanted to be like that, but it never really felt like me, like that was me, It felt like I was chasing. That's a whole other side to music to me. And I grew into myself with music, and that's where I kind of found a comfortable place. I landed around a lot of songwriters in Atlanta when I left Athens and moved to Atlanta, and songs are important to them, and they became important to me. And I got really into harmony.
Mhm.
There's a guy named Ted Green, great guitar player. That man, he's the greatest guitar player to me. But he left so much when he passed away. He left so much information on harmony that you couldn't even go through it in your life. And I got so into it that like songwriting, uses those. I loved how harmony fit with songwriting. And once that clicked for me, the lyrical side of it, I started paying more attention to, I listened to Bob Dylan differently then. I listened to people
Right.
differently then.
Right.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
All right.
Thank you so
I
much.
think we should do another one.
All right. Well, here's another one in the same vein then for you, Jason.
All right.
This one's called The Way You Think of Me. It's about, we wanted this exact situation you were talking about. I had a relationship when I was really young, and I moved away from that relationship. And then as time goes by, you sit and think, you think about if that person's ever thinking about that relationship too, that's what this one's about.
Awesome.
There's a ghost inside the softest summer breeze. It carries all the bluest memories. And when I hear that lonesome whine start running in the pines, I think about the way you think of me. Do you think about why you told those little lies? And all the tears that fell from my gray eyes? Do you ever feel so alone that you think about coming home with a bottle of wine and a mind to apologize? You'd say yesterday's not far away till you're standing on the finish line. And what we have could last, just let it settle down inside. You said it could spark at any time. Ooh. Well, I'd bet the lot that you've long settled down, found that golden land, and put your roots way deep down in the ground. Oh, but when that summer breeze hits at your face just like a dream, I wonder, do you ever think of me the way I think about the way you think of me?
Wow.
Very good.
That first line is extremely moving. I mean, it just as I said, you paint a picture, but you kind of that one, as you say later on in the song, that one kind of hits you in the face.
Yeah.
And it's a nice tie-in. I'm giving you a thumbs up. Excellent.
Yeah, very, 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 very nice.
You just you capture it right there, and I was intrigued at what the rest of the story was going to be, and I was not let down. And you carried that through. That's a hard carrying that image through a song is not an easy task, and you got it. So
you're right. It is hard. That is a difficult thing to do. I've abandoned many songs for that.
Yes.
Yes. And what was it? I saw a meme today that was, every time you don't finish that crappy song, it comes back and attacks the good song that you're writing next. but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we all have that one. It's like, oh, crumple the piece of paper up, throw it over your shoulder. But no, and being able to revisit the imagery from one section in the song to the next. Good job.
Yeah.
And well done, because that's
to piggyback off what we were talking about earlier. A song like that for me, the whole thing was a feeling. You know what I mean? I was at the lake. It was the wind was. It was a nice night, and I was picking on the guitar, and it was like you write a song for that feeling rather than. That's the way I did that one, at least. You know, and it's cool to get years away from that song, and then you still are dragging that thing around a little bit, like. You get to keep a little box of memories, or it's like a photo book or something for me. It's it's the way I look at that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, I always tell everybody I used to carry around a little book in my back pocket, and when I'd be somewhere and things would happen or people would say things around me, I'd write them down, and then 8 years later, it'd be like something would hit me and I'd go, oh, I have a line for that, and it's like, it's kind of crazy, but it's, the songs do come back around to you. Even if you think they're bad at that moment, sometimes you can turn them around. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the next day, but months, years down the road,
you ever
that
get
song
impatient
still
with them,
can
though?
turn around. I do. I literally had one that I knew I wanted to write for 8 years, but I couldn't figure out what to do with it. And eventually it came around. I'm getting ready to record that one, hopefully. So
Nice.
we'll see how it goes. But I want to remind everyone, next week is a Christmas show. I'm going to challenge the guys to a Christmas sweater challenge, folks that are going to be on. So Jason, you better get to work on that.
Oh crap.
Yep. And I want to let everybody know that I do have a new Christmas song out. It's on all the digital platforms. It's called Mistletoe Blues. So you can go check it out. And I probably will be playing that next week on the show. But not this week. Also, anybody if you're a singer-songwriter out there, you're watching, you're thinking, hey, this looks like fun, and it is. Am I not right, Molloy? Was I not right about this?
No, you were right.
All right. So if you're thinking this looks like fun and I'd like to do this, all you have to do is go to our website, www.weirdpros.com, and fill out the form. I have a new thing to pop up there, but I forgot to upload it today. So you have to look at that ugly slate that I just put up there. So just go to our website, weirdpros.com, and fill out the form. I did get somebody filled out the form today, so I got to check them out. And
Excellent.
Yep. So I think we have time for one more, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Are you good for another one, Molloy?
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
All right, let's hear another song.
All right, here's a smoking song.
All right.
Here's this one I wrote last year. Really like this song. The very end part is interesting when you're writing songs, and then I get them down, and then I sort of start banging out the rhythm and where the changes need to be happening, and man, that takes longer than I want it to take. So the very end of this song, I still trip a little bit over that rope, but the rest of it, I don't. I want to play it for you guys. It's
All right.
It's called Mind Your Own.
Excellent.
All right.
Rainy day and I feel like getting stoned. I just lay around the house and mind my own. Not a care for anywhere or anyone I don't know. I just sit at home all day and mind my own. Some people say that it's just a waste of time. If you can do it your way, buddy, why can't I do it mine? Someday it just may come to find always had it right, and maybe you won't. So it's best to just mind your own. The clouds don't block the sunlight when they're down below your toes. I wanna get stoned, do nothing at all but mind my own. Some people kick, looking down the end of their nose. You've never worked the night shift, buddy, I could tell you 'cause it shows. We really think you ought to just relax and take a toke. but you said that you won't. So it's best to just mind my own. Let's take a trip along the hazy river, feel the mercy come and soothe your soul. I wanna get stoned, do nothing at all but mind my own. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I wanna get high, let the day roll by, and mind my own, and mind my own.
That is
Yeah.
great.
That's a good
is great.
song to end
I
on.
want
Yes.
that is a perfect song to end on, and I have to say you struck a chord within me when you started playing it, and the rhythm and the guitar work. You took me right into one of my favorite live albums of all time, which is Arlo Guthrie and Pete Seeger, and you've got that bouncy Arlo quality in that song. The topic works with it as well. It is excellent job. Excellent job. I love that. When
That
you
was
get that recorded,
fantastic.
when you get that recorded, I need to know, because that is a fun song.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, Molloy, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm glad I finally got you, lined up, and hopefully one of the things we do is we do occasionally, we put together a special show where we do a little guitar pool, kind of like a songwriter round, and we invite some of our weirdo alumni back to join us, and we do a little show like that. And now that we've figured out a couple that we can have a few more people on than we thought, and they've expanded the platform a little bit, I think we're going to be looking at one of those after the first of the year as well. So
Awesome.
I'm sure I'll see you before then with any luck, but
Hopefully.
yeah. But once again, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your music with everybody. Jason?
Yeah, great to meet you, Molloy. Beautiful work. Your phrasing is great, and your guitar playing is stellar. Thank you so much for sharing so much of you in the last 60 minutes. It was awesome. I'm looking forward to hearing more of your work as we go. So
yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks for tripping on the rope and letting
You
have to. That's the way it is. That's just how it goes.
And thanks to our audience for watching. A reminder that next week is a Christmas show, so tune in, and we'll be doing some Christmas tunes, all original Christmas tunes, and we hope to see you there. Just remember, folks, as Hunter S. Thompson once wrote, when the going gets weird,
the weird turned pro.
Yes. We'll see y'all next week. Stick
Have
around
a great
with
week,
us,
everybody.